All right, I'll see who comes in. But today I'm going to be looking at player cards. We're going to look at like some of the free agents that happened, some players out there. Like for instance, this is Ben Sherratt. People wonder why. This is J Fresh, by the way. Highly recommend. It's like $10 a month. This guy puts a lot of work into this shit. And as a professional handicapper, hey Kyle, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. As a professional handicapper, this guy has helped me more than anyone. It helped me remove my biases towards players and to look at where a team is going based on who they bring in. Like Ben Sherratt, for instance. Look, absolute ass. People call he's supposed to be a shutdown defenseman. 16% even strength defense. This is just based on percentage. Going into, you'd have to read a lot into how he comes to these conclusions. But the more I look at him, the more I realize that he is very good at using analytics to assess players. Ben Sherratt is absolute ass. He probably would have better numbers if he was lower down in the like 5-6 spot. But playing on as a second pair defenseman, he's terrible. Can you guys see that all right? Or is it a little fuzzy? Because if you can, I'll make it bigger so you can see it better. Can you see it all right, Mercer? Are you still there, Mercer? Yeah, I agree. Okay, good. You can see it all right. I'll just leave it like that. All right, so let's look at some of the players that were picked up, and we'll look at the playing cards for J Fresh on each one. Which one do you want to look at first? Actually, you guys give it to me, unless I find one here that I'm interested in seeing. Like Arbor Jacki, people love this guy. He's not good. He's really not good. He's just a guy who goes out and he hits people and stuff, but he's got a long way to go before he's an NHL defenseman. He's bad. He's really bad. He's got a big shot, but defensively he's terrible. It's funny, his goals per 60 and his A1 assists per 60 is actually fairly high. But I think that's just a fluke more than anything. I think you're going to see a big regression on Arbor Jacki going forward this year. People are going to be upset because he fights and he does all the things that people like, the excitement of it. Not that I have anything wrong with fighting. I think it's fantastic. But let's go like with half the way, okay? Oh, I gotta look at my forward cards to do that. By the way, Zadina has some pretty good offensive numbers. And he's not bad defensively. It's just he hasn't been able to put it together. It's sort of like Puljujärvi. He creates offense and he does a lot of good things, but he just can't find a way to put points on the board. And this is somewhere where I think analytics is missing. Or we still have to go further in to figure out why those sort of things happen. Puljujärvi and Zadina and guys like that. I still think they have to go a little further yet, but who was I going to look? All right, Hathaway. Garnet Hathaway. Look at his even strength defense, 81%. Even strength offense, 59%. And they play him as a fourth liner, and I don't understand why. I would have him. I think Philadelphia did a fantastic job picking him up. I wanted the Oilers to pick him up. To tell you the honest truth, I would rather have Garnet Hathaway than Tyler Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi's not very good defensively. He's a little better offensively, but I would rather have him playing in my top six even over a lot of players that they play over in the top six. I really don't understand where they get this shit from. Like, I think the league has got to progress a lot more. See what Anthony Duclair. Well, that's because he's been given the opportunity. Hathaway could have way more opportunity for offense. He's way better defensively. I like him as a more complete player than Bertuzzi. Let's go Duclair. 94% offense for Duclair. And yeah, he's terrible defensively. But if you're putting up 94% offense, if you're contributing to the offense like that, you can get away with the defense to a certain degree. I don't really like it that much though. But I don't know if he would put up these kind of numbers if you played him too much. If you played him too high in the lineup. But for San Jose, they're going to need some offense. It's not a bad pickup. Who else did we get? Who else got picked up? Iafallo is pretty good. 96% even strength defense. He's very, very good defensive player. I think Winnipeg did well getting him, and is not bad offensively either. You can play him on the third line. You can play him in a lot of different areas, and he can play the right side, the left side. I thought that was a really good pickup. What about Kupari? When I look at the eye test, what I should do is say what I think it's going to be. Oh. They don't have Kupari card? No, Rasmus Kupari. Not very good. Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. Definitely a fourth liner, no doubt about that. Yeah, I don't know. I understand why people would take Bertuzzi because of his offense, but I don't think it's that significantly better. When I look at Hathaway's defensive play, and a lot of people get mixed up. When I say defensive play, I'm not talking about play in the D zone. You ask any great coach, and they'll tell you that defensive play is something that happens in every zone, all the time. Most of the time that guys like Duclair, Max Domi, where they get messed up defensively is the plays they make in the offensive zone that lead to 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, or they don't get back in time because they're too aggressive in the corner in the offensive zone, so they don't leave themselves time to get back into the play, stuff like that. And Picard's still young. He's got a long way to go. I still think he's going to be a good player, but he's still got a ways to go. He's probably going to be a defensive player. Let's look at... Oh, here's a guy that gets overrated a lot. Oh, he had a great year yesterday. That was last year, though. Even strength defense was 91%. That's way up. Not actually that bad. That's probably his best year, Adam Lowry. Anaheim did well getting Killorn. But his defense was terrible last year. He's usually way better than that defensively. Even and his offense was down too a bit. Could be just a case of getting old. He just doesn't have it anymore. Oh wait, I'm gonna share this out here. I'm just sending this out to Twitter right now. I think I think I'm only going to be on for like a half an hour. But I'll be coming back. I'll probably go back live again. Okay, let me find you so I can see you again. I'll probably be coming back, but because my wife's spending a lot of time in the library right now, so I want to hang out with her. So I'm coming to the library quite a bit. All of a sudden, my mind just goes blank over players that were picked up. Pierre Engvall, $3 million for 7 years. Look at that, he's not bad though, right? His even strength offense. I mean, I always liked the guy, but I didn't realize he was as strong as he was. But that's again, he puts up these kind of like even strength defense and offense is high, but his competition is pretty low. His strength of competition that he's played against is pretty low. He's kind of like, he's basically a third to fourth liner, but he's a solid third to fourth liner. He can put up offense in your third and fourth lines and do some not bad stuff. So at $3 million, I'd say, well, it was for 7 years. The more I look at that contract, the more I think it wasn't as bad as people think. Because 3 years from now, $3 million is not going to be much. Like 4 or 5 years from now, even. When he's like 31, 32, he should still be able to play all right. Yeah, can pot a few points. Yeah, for sure. What else we got? Oh, let's go. Look at I said maybe a contract that probably won't pan out as well. Horvat. Yeah, he's got an 89, but the thing is with Horvat is his offense last year was the best he's ever had. And his defense has never been good. It's never been great. So, I mean, he should be about 6.5, something like that. 28 years old. They're going to be paying him until he's 36 years old. He had his best year ever. You think he's going to be able to keep that up? I don't think so. I thought that's kind of where I thought he would be, somewhere around there. All right, go more into the free agent stuff. What are some other free agents we want to check out? Who did? I saw Comfer. I mean, he's not bad. But it's a lot to pay for a predominantly defensive player. That's the problem. $5 million for a solid defensive player with, below average offense. And he did that. Their time on ice first liner, okay. Maybe if you play him lower in the lineup, those numbers can improve a bit, but now you're talking about $5 million for a third liner. So that's a little high to be paying for a third line guy. That's really what he is. I guess I could just look up free agents. Right? Oh, Mayfield. Believe he's very overrated. What's going on here? Oh. Mayfield. Yeah. Pretty good defensively. Yeah, he's not too bad. I thought his numbers were less than that the year before last. So actually, it's not too bad. What did he get again? 7 years. Wow. And he's 30 years old. Yeah, it's probably not going to age well. At $3.5 million, that's probably not going to age well now. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's not high. He's an expensive third liner, a pretty good one, but still. Ryan O'Reilly. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go here. See if I can find another defenseman. Klingberg. No defense whatsoever. I'm pretty sure. Zero defense. A pure offensive player for sure. He's basically Tyson Barrie. And Barrie would have had a better year than Klingberg last year for sure. Yeah, his defense was 9%. Not as good offense, but overall a little bit better of a defenseman than Klingberg. And Klingberg got $4 million. Gosh, Spear also no. I bet you will find that his defense increased. It got better last year from what I was seeing. Yeah, 32. Yeah, that's the best defensive year he's ever had. That's not a bad pickup if he can keep that up, because I know his before that zero defense. There's a couple players like that. Kane was one. Actually, I think J Fresh has to do this up a little more. He should have minus. As I was talking to J Fresh, and he said that Kane last year, if he was doing minuses, would have been like minus 50 or something like that. But he's not a bad offensive guy, and he's turned his defensive game around quite a bit. That was a better pickup. That was Detroit to pick him up again, right? That was a better pickup than Hull. Yeah. But they don't have anything below 0. They just say 0. What about Graves? Wow, he had a bad year last year. Holy shit. Wow. I thought he was way better than that. 39% defense? Seriously? Holy shit. What happened to him? That is, I'm surprised. I mean, if he keeps on playing like that, his offense was better than his defense last year. If he keeps on playing like that, that Pittsburgh contract's going to be gross. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised by that. This is the first one that really took me by surprise. Yeah. Are we going right away? No, I can go for 15. I'll do it when I get back to.
Yeah, because it's just right here.
Okay, they can hear you. I'm on live right
Oh.
Sorry about that. My wife just came in for a bit. Okay, so let me get back here again. That surprised me. I thought Pittsburgh did really well picking up Graves, and well, we'll see what happens next year because that is surprising. All right, let's look at some forwards now. Where the heck is it? Okay. How about Wood? And Wood is one that I haven't looked at. I would say he's about average of a player. That's somewhere around there. Oh, wow, he's terrible defensively. More of an offensive guy than a defensive guy. That's odd for Colorado to pick up a guy that's not good defensively. Very odd, because it's usually every single player they pick up. Maybe they think they can get that, because it looks like he has the head to do it. but it looks like he has like I think he can develop a lot more defensively than he does. I actually like him as a player, but I was surprised to see him that low defensively. Um, Brady Kachuk's even strength defense is at 6%. Yeah, he's a pure offensive guy. And the funny thing is they think that they say that people will say he's better defensively than Matthew, but he's not. And I know Kachuk did not have a great year defensively last year. No, actually, he did 80%. That was actually not good for him. Even strength defense, 80%. The guy is just a freaking beast. I love him. I love him. I love him. My favorite player in the NHL. He's worth 9.5 all day long. All day long. I would trade him. Let's look at Huberdeau. Watch. He actually had a better year last year. Maybe Murray will be traded to Jets or Hawks. Yeah, that was 26% even strength defense was good for him. Like he was a zero guy. Way overpaid. Way overpaid. It's got to be one of the worst contracts in the league. Yeah. To me, it was as of the moment it happened. I was like, I would do that trade all day. Although Uyghur is great, I really do like Uyghur a lot, but I still do the deal. Yeah, I think they're going to try to find a way to move Murray too. Um, but they're going to have to give up an asset to get rid of him. I don't know. I can't see the Jets doing it. Now, the problem is it's it's getting to the point now where there's not too many teams that are willing to take on cap. Chicago would be the only one I can think of, unless they buy him out. Yeah, they destroyed that trade. Destroyed. I'm going to be leaving in 10 minutes and then I'll be coming back. So keep an eye out on me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I don't know what Toronto's going to do now. I know they're over the cap, but don't they have some injury stuff that covers that once the season starts? Yeah. Yeah, they got yeah, so they have Muzzin. I don't think there's any way to get rid of Murray unless you buy him out. I don't see Chicago wasting that, and you have to give up an asset, but tough to have him there though. Very tough to have him there. It was a bad contract. Very bad contract, especially when you had Wall coming up anyways. Alright, well, I'm not even worried about free agency. I'm just going to look at some guys here. What's David Perron? I bet you his numbers. Oh, they're not bad. 84%. Even strength defense, even strength offense. His offense is slipping now. His defense is staying good, but his offense is slipping now. Andrew Kopp. There's another one. That was such an overpay. It was ridiculous. He's like a third. You could even make a case that he's a fourth. Like, now, a third liner, but when he plays up on the second line, he gets overmatched a lot. So I think that's why Comfer was picked up. Comfer's actually a better player than Andrew Kopp. And he's making a little less money, but neither one of them really should be making as much money as they are. I'm just spinning it and see where it lands, and then we'll go from there. Does Zegers have any defense at all? No, 8%. Yeah, he's still got a ways to go. He's only a kid, but he's not as good as people make him out to be. He's like a second liner that has really nice hands, but for now, he's 22 at the time. No, he's not a second liner, that's for sure. Alex Lafreniere. Oh, wow, he had a brutal year last year, right? Brutal year. I think he's got to get out of New York, man. Guy's got so much talent, but I think he's got to get out of New York. And the sad thing is like, I don't know what people are going to give up for him now. Tanner Jeannot. Playing way too high. Tampa Bay, I don't know what happened to him. Like, they used to be analytically very strong, but they make some very questionable pickups now. How does Fabian Zetterlund look on here? I bet she's not good. 1% WAR. Fabian Zetterlund is 1% WAR. Holy shit. That's basically saying just about any player in the league can replace Zetterlund. That was AJ Greer. Yeah, very good. Very good offense and defense from a fourth liner. They'll probably play him in the third line. He is bottom of the barrel, that is for sure. Yeah, he's pretty bad. I'm surprised San Jose even took him for anything. I didn't understand that. Now here's a guy who I think is going to be a late bloomer. I know he doesn't have very good offense, but every year he's improved defensively. And I have a feeling he's going to be one of those guys that goes off around 27, 28. Brad Howden. Okay, New Jersey is supposed to be the analytics giants of the league pretty much right now. So let's see. They signed Nation. Look at that. 95% defense on for Nathan Bastian. It's 30%, 37% more, which is like 40% of the players in the league could replace him. But considering he's predominantly a fourth liner, those are really good numbers. Really good numbers. Jack Hughes. 95, yeah, 66 defense. That's what people, if you look at New Jersey players, just go down all of their players in New Jersey. And people say that Hamilton can't play defense. Watch this. There's another one. I don't understand what people see when they see that. Oh yeah, I got to go to the defense to do it because that's the offensive cards. That's why. He is better. He is not bad defensively at all. 21%. That's not bad when you're a 99% offense. It's not great, but I mean it's better than most offensive defensemen. Like we just saw 0%. A lot of defensemen are 0%. He's not great defensively, but he doesn't have to be because he's just such a good offensive defenseman. He more than makes up for his defense. Brandon Montour, I bet you he's close to 0 defensively. No, 11. Oh, yeah. Had a strong year because he was normally about 0. But, you know, like I said, his offense more than makes up for his poor defense by a long shot. Carson Soucy, one of my faves. 72% even strength defense. Nothing wrong with that. For a 5'6" pair. Virtually no offense. The only problem is he's going to have to play top 4 in Vancouver. I think he could be overmatched there as a top 4. But sadly, it's still better than a lot of what they already had, that's for sure. Not a bad pickup, though, for $3.5 million. Dylan Coghlan. Yeah, he's more of an offensive guy, too. It's 25. He's probably not going to get that much better defensively. I don't understand why Carolina will want to keep him over a guy like Pesci. Just because of what you're paying, I guess. Because Pesci is 91% offense. Oh, his defense, that's the reason why they're thinking about it. He had a terrible defensive year last year. I did not notice that. See, that's why I like to look at this. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on that. He did not have a great defensive year, but he's still a very, very good player. Very, very good player, even with that. A little bit of a down year, maybe thinking about contract and all that, I don't know, but Rasmus Ristolainen. Ooh, look at that. He improved his defense up to 64% last year. Still way overpaid, but spicy. Hey, that's another thing I want to look at, but I might not have time. Let's see, Zach Whitecloud, yeah, that was a good 5-6. I like to look at all of Vegas's defense. How come they don't have Peter Angelo here? Oh, here it is. There we go. Yeah, see, he wasn't very good defensively either. Anyways, I gotta let you go, guys. I'll be back here in a bit. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming on. I'll be back in a bit. Only have 4 minutes. I'm having fun.